Suvir, thank you so much for joining us. This has got to be an exciting moment for you at 14. You got to tell me how you came up with this idea and explain to our viewers how you do it, just by changing fonts in official government documents.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and definitely it's very exciting. So what I propose is that the government switch the font that they're using for all their documents to a particular font called Garamond. And throughout my investigations, I found that this particular font can save a lot of money and a lot of ink. And my research led me to conclude that the government could save almost $234 million simply by switching to that one font. And that's because the font is thinner, it's lighter, it just simply uses less ink. Just simply looking at it, you wouldn't be able to tell that it actually saves 30% of ink costs. So those were my conclusions.
So it's ink, but it also uses less paper, right? Because it takes up less space? Because we came across this statistic that the average federal employee prints roughly 7,200 pages per year, 30 every workday. So that's a lot of paper if you're filling up less paper with that ink. So is that part of the calculation?
It's not part of the calculation that I determined, but that's definitely a byproduct of switching to this thinner and more lightweight font.
Well, it's a smart idea. Have you heard at all back from the government printing office in response to your idea now that it's been published out there?
Actually, I sent a query to them at the beginning of my study about some information that I might need for this study. Unfortunately, they didn't respond until I was done, so I had to obtain that information from some publicly available research documents. But no, right now I'm simply working to, spread the word.